Georgia. Here, our loyalty is determined. Our birthright. Here is a city that can only be defined by one word: classic. Where we lean on three pillars. Where our silver lining is that this is where it all begins. Because we all go back to where we belong. New breeds are welcome as 93,000 gather to sing glory. We hear the trumpets of tradition as the bells ring through the air, as we shout those two words. Champions aren't born, they are made here. The hedges are home, the city is ours, this is Georgia. And here, football runs through our veins.
Let's do it.
We gonna attack today. Kirby smart, all access. Sanford steady for the first game. Try to play straight to Notre Dame. Dawg Nation got the crowd going, playing Tennessee for the 5th game. We gon' attack today. Between the hedges where we play. They about to come to the state, but Mississippi sitting right in our way. They got the rankings in order. Jacksonville, Georgia, Florida. Then we go back to the state. Drive 2 hours away. Auburn Tigers who we play. Then we go back to the old-fashioned hate. Georgia Tech is who we play. Then we go back to the old Georgia way. We gon' attack today. Kirby smart, all access.
Kirby Smart All Access is presented by Georgia's Own Credit Union. It's your future, own it. Also brought to you by AT&T. This segment of Kirby Smart All Access is brought to you by Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics. Shop ChooseNissan.com. Take on today.
During your playing years here, back in the 90s, obviously Georgia is big in your heart. You came back here for a job. Talk about what University of Georgia taught you and how it grew you up to become a man.
Discipline, patience. Anything worth having is worth working for. You know, hard times can lead to good times. Hard times don't always mean bad times if you ever work through it. And it really taught me, in one word, resilience. You know, how to be strong, how to bounce back. You know, and there's a timetable for everything. And just be where you're supposed to be. You know, always be good. Help somebody out if there's a need and you got it. All that came from 96 on. I came from University of Georgia. It started with home training, but it was definitely expounded upon when I got here at the university.
Jonas is a Bulldog. He's one of our MVPs. We have a lot of MVPs in our program, but I always have viewed Jonas as one of those individuals that can set the tone. He has been there, he's done it at the highest levels, not only in college, but in the NFL ranks. And so his ability to communicate what it takes to get it done, not only on the field, but off the field, is immeasurable. Today's lives of our student athletes are very complex. Social media issues, I mean, everybody has access to our student athletes now that probably have never had access to before, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, you name it. So their lives are complicated, not only trying to excel in athletics, but just trying to keep things going academically. Their days are fully packed. There's not a lot of downtime, but when there is downtime, they need to relax. They need to get their rest, they need to have proper nutrition. But I think the role that Jonas and his staff play is making sure that the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed and that nothing really falls through the cracks. Accountability is preached every day to our young people. And Jonas and his staff are our check and balance to make sure that those things are followed through.
My ultimate goal was actually, there's an article back in the day where I said I wanted to be an athletic director. It's funny how I ended back up in collegiate athletics, but yeah, actually, Georgia had me prepared for that. So when I went to the NFL, it was still structured. It was about the business. It was about handling your business and being where you're supposed to be, and the media. And Claude Felton did a good job of giving us media training, being ready for that world when I got to the NFL. So I think when I got there, that's why a lot of us are able to play plus 5, 10 years like we do, the history we have, because we're more prepared coming from that, from the University of Georgia, the way they run the program, but not only that, in academics, because it's still a real world you have to focus out there when you're here as a college student. I always tell my guys, know who you are outside of a student athlete or outside of the football player with the jersey number and the name on the back. All of that we just talked about, if people say give me one word or one symbol that symbolizes all of that, it's that G, it's the power G, and I love it.
This segment of Kirby Smart All Access is brought to you by Hyundai, proud supporter of college football and loyal fans everywhere.
Well, we're excited to get a game at home, homecoming, another night game. We're expecting our crowd to be extremely loud and turn out in forces, and we need them. We got a good opponent to get ready for. It'll be a challenge for us. Obviously, the record does not indicate how good they are, and we know that as coaches. Our job is to get that message to our players. This is an extremely high-powered offense, extremely explosive. To be honest, offensively, they've only stopped themselves. Not many people have stopped them as far as yardage. And we still probably hadn't seen a front quite as big and playing as many people as Mizzou does. They play a lot of guys. They play about 10 guys up front, and we'll face better fronts than we faced the last couple games in coming weeks, including this week. We got to have a good plan, and we got to play well. Together, everyone achieves more. That's what team stands for. And if everybody wins, then at the end of the day, the accolades will come.
Kirby, I guess I'll be the one that asks this. You guys moved up to 4th in the rankings. Obviously, that means that all possibilities are on the table. I'm just wondering how you manage that.
Yeah, I mean, you address it with the kids. We don't talk about what we're ranked. We didn't talk about where we're ranked last week. It's really no difference because none of it matters. I mean, all we talk about is a race, and there's a race, and the race is, at the 50-meter mark, and that's where the race is. And I don't know one person that ever talked about, Gatlin being ahead of Bolt at the 50-meter mark. Nobody cared. So nobody cares about that. They only care about where you finish, and they only care about what you do next. And that's our objective, is to do what's next.
Don't be scared to come out here and practice 2 days in a row good. Flying around yesterday, told him not to be scared for 2 days in a row practicing the way he was. Hell, he has a different gear than everybody else. I think we need to do like scale out there on the baseball field.
I think we should.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's go, let's go. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Beat the tight ends, let's go. Hurry up, 2 groups. 2 groups. Ian's over there, Jack's right here. Let's go, hurry, 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 hurry. Let's go. Ready, DeAndre, strike it. Use your hands, lock it out. Let's go, see the back. Serve, serve. Well, serve, strike, strike, strike. Boom. Turn around, turn around, turn around. Find the ball, get the signal. Run. Hurry, find the ball, get the signal. Find the ball, get the signal.
Coach Sher, he does a great job. He brings a lot of energy to us. He's the leader of the Wolfpack, so whenever we need anything or he lets us know what we need to do during the game, we go get it, and it all comes back to Coach Sher.
Finish through the cone. Work your hands, get those knees up. You gotta burst, let's go. Finish. Quick hands, I finish. You're blitzing off the edge. All right, you're up first. Yeah, 2-point stance, bam. The target is below the head. Good. We're rolling in, okay? Make sure we got to strike guys when we're out there. Use our hands and tear off and get to the ball. Just don't swing guys. Strike! Tear off! Hey, you got to strike, DeAndre. Let's go. Right the tight end, strike him. There we go. Good, get off. Strike! Cut him up, cut him up. There we go. Good, get off. Hey, that was a great strike. Great strike.
Talk about team running good on good and how you guys really help each other to play at the level you're playing right now.
Oh man, team running good on good. I mean, that's the most biggest part of the practice. We come out here, we go against the first D, and we try to go all out. And I mean, that comes when Saturday comes. It makes it very easy for defense and offense to do what they have to do, and it's showing on Saturdays.
Oh yeah, team run, Bloody Tuesdays, and Tuesday, Wednesday we go to work, and when we go against the offense good on good, we don't we don't back off each other. We don't spare each other when there's no brother-in-law. We go full pass and go full go.
Let's continue to do the things we got here. Play fast, play physical.
Everybody pick it up.
And that's the biggest key that no one really knows about is communication. Communication is key. Whenever the intensity is high and the volume is very loud out there, you just have to have that trust. And once you build that trust, everything falls into place. After that communication is trust, then everything else starts clicking on all cylinders, and that's what you see.
It all comes down to preparation. This year we just all bought into being physical week in and week out, every day when we don't feel like it. It's sometimes we come in and we don't feel like putting full pads on and banging with each other, but we look at the end goal and we look and see what it's done so far, and we just got to stick to the same plan.
This segment of Kirby Smart All Access is brought to you by AT&T.
The SEC hasn't played a game and they've already had a great weekend. Harry, you ready to get this party started?
They're undefeated, and the Georgia Bulldogs are hungry for more. Ranked number 4 in the country. We're at the midpoint of the season. The college football playoffs will be here before we know it.
It's great to be in Athens, Georgia. And here in Athens, Missouri's in town, and this crowd and this team is going to feast on them.
Did you see this coming, being the number 4 team in the country and having this success so far?
I don't think you ever see it coming. You know, the kids worked hard in the offseason, got better, competed. This is our theme. This is our junkyard defense theme, and we got our pads, savage.
Coach, I'm glad you recognize that we're all so savage up here. Junkyard Dogs, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for the shirts, and we'll see you
coming to Athens
tonight.
Coach. Well, let's just be honest. Georgia's going to win.
I'm going Georgia. They got a lot of the same guys back. We got a lot of the same guys back. But we don't have the same defense we had last year. This is a whole different ball game, and they're at our place. This is a whole different ball game to do what we got right here. We are more of a family. They haven't really seen anybody like us before.
6-0, undefeated Georgia, ranked number 4 in the nation. Taking on 1-4 Missouri Tigers. They're winless in the conference. Georgia 3-0 in the SEC.
It's your time. It's your opportunity. We even want another guy. You've got to change the way they think now. You've got to change the way they think. It ain't never easy, guys. It ain't never easy. You wouldn't want it easy. It would be no fun if it was easy. Protect the ball and attack the ball.
Georgia first down, and Terry Godwin. Fromm will fire, throw out of the pocket, caught by Wims. Give it to Hardman on the end around. Hardman left side. He's going to take it down the sideline and into the end zone for the touchdown. He made a nice move around the 15-yard line, cut in, left the Missouri man in his wake, and scored in the left corner of the end zone.
When you get Miko out there, nobody's really going to catch him in a one-on-one situation.
Unloads, another one down the sideline to Javon Wims. Throw it into the right corner, it's caught, spinning, and touchdown! Touchdown right in front of the pylon on the far sideline. First touchdown of the season for the sophomore receiver, Riley Ridley. Chubb starts straight, bounces out left. 40, oh! He pulled a Gurley! He hurdled a guy and out of bounds. hand it to Sony. Sony's got space at the 30, the 25, 20, foot race, sprint into the end zone, touchdown, Sony Michel. With time, he'll throw it to the tight end. It's caught by Werner at the 38. Oh, he hurdled a man, sideline. Charlie Werner pulling down at the 21-yard line. Werner got into the Chubb Act and hurdled a man on the Missouri sideline. Got a clean pocket, throws down the middle, and it's intercepted. Dominic Sanders picks it off at the Georgia 42. Dom back to the 50, to the 45. Oh, he stumbles, puts his hand on the ground, keeps his footing, still upright, and they'll tackle him at the 40-yard line. Fakes it. He will run it into the end zone. Far side, they try to tackle him. He falls forward across the goal line for the score. Jake Fromm, he's a running threat. Touchdown, Georgia. Hand it off to Chubb, bounces out left. Chubb, 45, 40, cuts again, 35, stiff arms, 30, oh, tight roped it. Sony looking for room, runs over a man at the 30 to the 25, 20. And the kick is in the air and in the net. Fatoni drops the snap. He picks it up at the 5. He's running for his life. We will drop him back at the 10. And the kick high above the goalpost and good into the net. Handed off to Swift. Swift makes a man miss at the 25. He's off to the races. Veers at the 50. He's got blockers 40. 30. He's got a man chasing him. One guy to beat's going to drag him down around the 12-yard line. In 5, 3, 1. Touchdown, Sony Michel. Fromm will throw wide open on the left side of the field is Miko Hardman at the Missouri 45 to the 40. They won't catch him. 20, 15. Touchdown, Miko Hardman. Take that. Stick it in your helmet.
Kirby Smart All Access is presented by Georgia's Own Credit Union. It's your future, own it. Also brought to you by AT&T.
Even though we had big plays given up on defense, we kept chopping. Offense, tremendous job tonight, and special teams again came through in the clutch. Now I personally don't think we had the best week of special teams we've had. And I know some people call it the off week, some people call it the bye week. And I know you don't want to hear this right now, but I'm gonna be honest with you. It's gonna be work week. Okay, we're not gonna practice Monday. You can get 2 days off. Sunday, you're off. Monday, you're gonna have a little stretch and stride to get the sweat out, get it out of you, and then we're gonna go to work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You have got to decide what you want this team to be, because I look at it like we're at the halfway point right now, seniors. This is it. You got 2 more shots in this place. We can't beat a great team playing sloppy like we did tonight. And that's on both sides of the ball. We said acknowledge what got you here. What got you here, seniors? Hard work, lifting, running, toughness. Amari said what? 0 and 0. That's what got you here. So now you're 7 and 0 and I've arrived. You know? That ain't it, man. That ain't it. It ain't got nothing to do with that. It's got to be who we are and breaking people's will. And we got good teams left to play on our schedule, and we're going to get better next week.
Hats off to Missouri. They came out, played a pretty awesome game on the offensive side of the ball, but we just had to make a lot of adjustments, and they made some plays, but we just kind of have to grow from that. And, you know, hats off to the offense. They played a heck of a game. As a defense, it's always disappointing to let a team score. A field goal, a touchdown, anything. Even when they got the ball in the red zone, you know, we were disappointed that we let them score. We just got to play tighter. We got to hit it the first day on Monday in practice.
That was a great balanced offensive performance. You know, I think we had 300 plus and 300 plus in rushing and passing, I believe. And I think it's good to show our versatility in the passing game and in the running game.
I mean, everyone on that sideline is, you know, we're all our brothers' keepers. We all have each other's back. So, you know, when someone's struggling, you get on them and you get them back on track.
I mean, 14 days. The first week, you know, we're gonna work on us and get better, and then the next 7 days we're gonna work on Florida and prepare for them. But right now, we're not worried about Florida or what they got going. We just want to work on us and for us to get better.
It's a key when you get to a point like this in the season where you're 7-0, and obviously stakes rise every week, and you're playing conference teams, and every single one of them is a challenge.
Well, I mean, that's the SEC. And like I say, humility's a week away, and we just got to continue to improve. You know, offensively, there's series where we just continue to shoot ourselves in the foot, and you think, what if they functioned at the level of that we expect, you know, to execute defensively? What if we keep people in front of us and not allow them to throw it over their head? How good can we be? And we just have to keep showing our players those things so we can get better.